What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Right behind me we have Little Red, my 1985 Project Corvette. And in the previous video, if you guys did see, we got the whole entire new transmission swapped into the car, the 700R4 that was out of an S10 that we picked up pretty cheap. So hopefully Little Red's gonna be back and ripping. We're gonna find that out in this video. As you can see, we have the funnel here ready to fill up the car with tranny fluid. And there's a process of us going through that. And like I mentioned before, the old exhaust that we cut off was all rusted pretty much from the catalytic converter back. So all I did was chopped these J-pipes off, and we're gonna be running some open headers. So the car is gonna be pretty loud and pretty obnoxious, but I'm not gonna be daily driving it. So whenever we drive it, I mean, that's kind of what we want. We'll see how it goes. We might have to put an exhaust on it, you know, after running that for a while, but we'll see. We'll see in this video. So I'll grab the GoPro and we'll get it all filled up here. After that, we'll get to ripping. I'm gonna pull these blocks out of here. What's that socket do I need for this, do you know?
For which one?
For this?
Well, I say maybe 16. If you say
15.
15. I'm still in there.
14's too little, so 15. Watch out, Bentley. We're gonna make some noise. Yeah, they're a bunch. It's not doing anything to you. Holy fucking rust. Come on. Snug. Okay guys, so right here we have our Dexron 3. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill it up until our dipstick level is about a quart over full, and then we'll run the engine for 10 seconds, let it cycle through, and then repeat that procedure until we hit the 11.5 quarts that the car calls for. So alright, fluid level is over full. Alright guys, we'll hop in and try for a first start. I'm gonna flip it to engine start. Okay. Woo! Holy shit! 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. Dude, that sounds cool. So I have 4 quarts in it right now. So I should have cycled it through. Alright, just brought it just down below full. So half quart. Yeah. battery, 13 volts. Down to here.
I got to put more in.
All right. Woo, little pop. I said little pop. It was moving that time a bit. What? On what? The speed on? Huh?
Wait, check it.
Alright. Still the same. It's moving now. It went down just a little bit. It's just at the full of the safe now. Because I mean, I know what you mean. When it was first going, it was you'd hit it and this would like slug. It would fall on its face. The last couple times when you hit it, it really started picking up and moving.
It was going from 20, 30 miles an hour up to 100.
Oh, it was going up to 100 miles an hour on it? Oh shit.
So I think it was
okay. All right. That sounds kind of promising. Okay guys, so that was Little Red's first start-ups, actually, a handful of them on the open headers. Sounds ridiculous, super loud. We're gonna button up everything underneath, put the flywheel cover on, put the wheels on the car, and get her dropped down and out of the garage. And we're gonna take her for her first test drive, and then we're gonna keep an eye on the transmission fluid, make sure it doesn't drop too far low. And if it does, I mean, top it off and until it's consistent there. So, but we are getting a consistent reading on the dipstick, and car sounds sick. And it did actually pick up the wheel speed with the RPMs of the motor this time. It took a minute just to get the fluid filtered through. And that's all we were doing. Then we would check it while it's idling. That's a big thing you want to do. The first couple things we did want to turn off the motor and check it because we didn't want to burn up the transmission and suck in too much fluid at once. So once it stayed pretty consistent, we started measuring it while the car was idling. Like I said, up next, we're going to drop it on the ground and take it out for a test drive, see how it grips up, see if we have all of our gears, and check the fluid and just kind of do a complete rundown just up and down the road and see how it goes. So I'll pick this up and probably tomorrow. It's kind of late out. I got to get to work tomorrow. I'm super busy, so thank you guys for being patient with the videos too. We'll pick this up tomorrow when Little Red's all buttoned up and we're ready for our first drive. So it's the next day and we are back out here in the garage with Little Red. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop Little Red down to the ground, back her out of the garage and let her idle up to temperature. Then we're gonna check the tranny fluid and see if it is still good. If not, we're gonna obviously add some. So then after a little drive up the road, we're going to pull the car back into the driveway and check the tranny fluid to make sure it didn't suck too much up. If it's at the same level, take it on a little bit longer of a drive, check it again, and This is just going to be a test run. I'm not going to be getting into it at all. I'm going to want to make sure that all the gears are there and that the car is shifting how it's supposed to. As you guys can see here, we have the TV cable hooked up and functioning with our throttle body here. We might have to add a couple zip ties on here just to make sure this is tight again. Everything's all buttoned up. We just got to drop the car down and take it for a little drive now. So you guys saw this in a previous video, but right here, this is your TV cable that adjusts the kickdown of the transmission. So whenever you go full throttle, it's supposed to register that in the tranny and compensate and kick you down a gear. But right here, as you can see, with all this play in there, that is not going to work at all. It's actually supposed to be a little bit on more towards the tighter side. And what you're supposed to do is go full throttle, and then you're going to press this button here, and that's supposed to completely tighten this up. Now when you look, it's still super flimsy. So what we're gonna do is we'll go full throttle here, and right here we still have some play in it. And last time all I did was I put 3 zip ties on the end of this, and it was able to compensate for it, and it seemed like it did shift a little bit better. So we're gonna go ahead and just do the exact same thing and wrap our zip ties. Now keep in mind, guys, I am not an expert, so if you guys do this exact same thing that I do and it blows up your transmission, I am 100% not liable for that. But I did read on a couple forums that this is what some people have done, and it did work. But when we go full throttle now with 2 on there, it did tense it up a good bit there. So you know what, we're gonna leave it with 2 and see if we have any slipping issues with the transmission. If we do, then we'll add an extra one. If it shifts a little bit too aggressively, we'll go ahead and take 1 off. So the Little Red is gonna be back on the road, guys. Super excited. She is so loud. Oh man, I love it. She sounds so sick, dude. It's right at the bottom mark. So I mean, we're chilling right now. It does shift, so I mean that's step 1. It sounds like we got everything else hooked up. We're down into drive. See how she shifts. 2, 3. That was 1, 2, and 3. It shifted right into it. It didn't buck or slip. She's going, guys. Let's go, dude. That's a positive. That's a big positive. We'll see what we're in. We're in 1 right now. We should be 1, 2, 3. And that's 4. I think that's overdrive. That's 4, it sounds like, guys. Guys, I think Little Red just shifted in all 4 gears. Dude! We can drive Little Red! Let's go! We'll pull it back in and check the fluid and see if it sucked up any more there. Fluid's right on the money. Check for leaks. No leaks. Little Red drove, dude, and she shifted and didn't leak any fluid and didn't suck up any more fluid. The level stayed perfect right where we had it. So honestly, the next thing that we got to do is just take her for a drive. Just keep driving her a little bit. Make sure that nothing out of the ordinary happens. You know, take her up through the gears a little bit more. I am going to leave the car in the automatic. You know, I'm just going to put it in drive. Overdrive and just drive it like that, let it shift itself. You know, I'll kick into it a little bit, let it kick down and see how it takes that. And you know, we'll go on probably a little 5-10 minute drive or something like that and come back, check the fluid one more time, and after that, guys, I mean, I'd say that it's a pretty successful tranny install. So first time I've ever done anything near this caliber at all. Honestly, right back here, this is a project that you guys are going to see on the channel very soon. For a little bracket drag car build. So that's going to be coming up next. Little Red, we're making content still. Probably next video that you guys see after this, we'll be taking Little Red to the racetrack after I do some more test driving, make sure that everything's solid. I got her on the charger. Probably, like I said, gonna need a new battery because we've had to jump the car pretty much every single time we start it now. We'll go ahead and give her a start and take her on another drive, guys. See how she does. This will do it. Probably up around 12. See volts here. Yeah. And let's give her a start. Little Red is pretty loud now. We're gonna definitely stay away from town. We'll take some back roads and see how she does. Second gear, third gear. So she's driving. 60. She's shifting. Yep, there's overdrive. There's the kick down. So kick down worked, TV cable worked. Let's go, dude, back into overdrive. That's how we do it, baby. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Little Red's back, guys. We're gonna have a lot of cool content coming with this car now. Trust me, so much cool content. This car is really gonna come together now that I know that she's running again. Still gotta get the door panels on. I'll get to those. Getting into it a little bit. It sounded like maybe a little bit of a slip, so I might have to add that third zip tie to the TV cable. I think that'll take care of it. So it was right before I went to shift while I was, you know, in it a little bit. That was probably about a 50% throttle. So from like a 10 mile an hour to like a 63. So hey guys, it's definitely full. So got a good bit of fluid in there. All right, guys, so that's gonna conclude this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys are as pumped as I am. Little Red is back with the new transmission. Everything's working the way it should. First time I've ever had to do something like this, so super excited on how that turned out. Very next video, like I mentioned, we'll probably be taking Little Red 2 minutes down the road to the racetrack, and we'll be running her down the track with some wide open throttle pulls, and we'll see how the transmission holds up doing that. But so far so good. Passed all the tests that she needed to pass, and next video I should have these door panels on too. I'm not going to make a video putting them all back together because it's probably going to annoy me. And you know, I might have to rig it up a little bit just to make it work. So, you know, you guys don't, I won't bore you guys with that. But thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe. This has been Dan, guys. I'll see you in the next video.